Hello, my name is Colonel Alexander, and I work as a special agent for the Department of Defense. And today I'm going to go through the proper procedures to clearing an M11 handgun. I feel like I'm qualified to tell you about this M11 handgun because for the last 4 years I've been assigned also as an additional duty as the weapons custodian for my job. So M11 is the current weapon that we carry as federal agents, and this weapon is literally with us at all times. On planes, boats, wherever. Sleep. Some people sleep with their weapons. Me, not personally. I usually put mine in the safe in my house when I'm asleep. But yeah, so I'm pretty qualified. Some things that I do as a weapons custodian when it's time for people to go do their proficiency fire, I help them either check out new weapons. Some people don't like to go train with the weapons that they actually carry on a day-to-day basis, just in case they ruin the weapon during training. We're pretty hard on the weapons during training. Also distribute ammunition when people need ammunition to go firing or to go to shooting competitions, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna go through a quick lesson on how to carefully and properly clear your weapon and render your weapon safe. So as to start off, I usually consider all weapons to have ammunition in them. So I usually just go through a quick clearing procedure, and then we're gonna go back through step by step. So we'll do quick, drop the magazine, we'll clear it out, we'll look in, clear, clear, look away, clear, clear. All right, so I can render this weapon as safe. Safe because it's empty, has nothing in it. It's, yeah, no bullets in it. It's pretty much safe. So let's go through a few things first. A few things first that we want to go through is some of the nomenclatures of this weapon. So, interior, on the inside, we have what's called the barrel. That's the thing that basically keeps where the bullets get fed into. We have your slide. That's this part that's currently pushed back right now. Pull back to render it safe. We have what we call your front sights. These are your front sights. Hope you guys can see it. And these are your rear sights. Now these are unique things because at nighttime they glow in the dark. So anytime you have nighttime firing, if some people mount lasers on their weapons, I'm not personally a laser mounter fan, so people mount lasers on their weapons, but with this weapon it has built-in kind of night vision because these moving parts glow in the dark. So then you have your overall frame. That's the bottom half of your weapon. This is the frame. This part, like, only moving parts to this weapon is usually your top half. Your whole bottom half is just the frame. So no moving parts on it. You can't take it apart. You can't pull it apart. What we have back here is called a takedown lever. So your takedown lever, you usually use this if you're deciding to take the weapon apart. You would just decock the frame, pull this back, and pull it forward, and it would take the whole portion off. But we're not going to do that because that's going to get really time consuming trying to put it back together. So then you also have the slide catch lever. That's this lever right here. This is your decocker. It's your decocker. You usually do that when the trigger back here is cocked, but we'll go through that here in a second. You have what's called your hammer. That's your all the way in the back part, and this is your trigger, and then this is your magazine catch. So there's a button here, you push, and once you push it, the magazine drops out, you catch it, good to go. And then you also have what's called a magazine. The magazine's empty, no bullets in it, no bullets in the gun. Alright, so now that we know a few moving parts of the gun, give you some logistics on this weapon. This weapon can hold up to 13 rounds. We usually carry anywhere from 30 to 40 rounds on us, because 13 rounds in a real firefight can go by pretty quickly. So some of the importance of being able to clear your handgun and being familiar with any handgun, not just the M11, is basically avoiding accidents. A picture here of an individual who didn't clear their weapon properly. and they accidentally shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, it's bad. Thought the weapon was cleared, turned around, put it in his holster, realized it wasn't cleared, grabbed the trigger by accident and pulled it, shot him in the foot. Another tool that's used when we decide we want to clear weapons is what we call a clearing barrel. Now your clearing barrel comes in different sizes and shapes, but this is like your most common one, especially for handguns. Rifle clearing barrel is a little bit bigger, a little bit different, but you get the gist. It's literally a metal container. Usually you stick your weapon on the inside, as you see in the picture. You stick your weapon on the inside and you do all your clearing procedures there. So this helps if you decide you want to accidentally pull the trigger while clearing your weapon. It literally catches the bullet. It doesn't go through it. It's like made of the same material as your bulletproof vest is, Kevlar. So it catches everything. Nobody gets hurt. You definitely want to use this as much as you can when clearing your weapon outside of your home. So if you're in your home, a couple quick steps that you can do to clear your weapon is you can go into to the center wall of a beam in your house that you know no one is either on the outside of that beam, so you don't have an adjacent partner or an adjacent apartment or adjacent house next to you. And if it's a solid beam, you can clear your weapon directly in that corner towards the wall. So if your weapon did discharge, it would just go straight into the beam. Your beam's usually the most strongest parts of your house. So for a bullet to go through it would be a little difficult. Also, what I do when I'm at home, I usually place my bulletproof vest onto a chair, point my weapon at that chair into my bulletproof vest, and clear my weapon that way. These are just ways to finagle if you don't have a clearing chamber. So I'm going to walk you through it now, slowly but surely. Alright, so my first step to clearing this weapon is I make sure that I eject the barrel. So I eject the barrel by pressing the barrel ejection button here that drops your barrel. So now you know there are no more rounds in this weapon. Only round that's in this weapon is the one that's inside your chamber. So after you do that, you let the magazine go. You'll go ahead and you'll pull your chamber back and push up on your slide lock. That will usually eject a bullet out. You usually catch that bullet. Or if it drops on the floor, you let it drop on the floor, no problem. Once you lock this into the slide here, you visually look into the barrel to make sure that there are no bullets in here. Take your finger, you put your finger in the barrel to make sure there are no bullets in there. You look away, and we usually look away just to break up the monotony, make sure you're not missing things. Some people do this, like I said, me, 30, 40 times in a day I could, depending on how many people decide they want to come shoot. So you do that, you stick your finger in there, clear it out, you look away, you look back in, you state that the weapon is clear. If you have a partner, you have your partner look into it, look at it, state the weapon is clear. Alright, so this weapon is now cleared safe. That's an easy way to clear your weapon out. Easiest way for me, like I said, is I literally put a bulletproof vest down onto my chair. When I do have live rounds in this weapon, put a bulletproof vest down on my chair and clear it that way. But those are the processes and procedures to clearing an M11 handgun.